What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Redemption with Jaden. Today, I've got the final round, the actual final championship game of Lackey Grand Prix number 3 for you guys. It was live streamed on Discord last week with Jay commentating. Unfortunately, we don't have the commentary uh, saved, or that part of it wasn't recorded, but I did record my end of the game because it was my game versus Rob Smith, as you could probably tell from the title of the video. Um, and the so our talking, our interaction will be there, which sometimes that's nice. You get to kind of hear what the players are thinking as they're going through, but the commentary, of course, is also nice because you get to hear a third party who doesn't have to kind of filter what they're saying based on strategy and stuff, like not to give it away to their opponent. But someone like Jay who knows a lot about the game and can describe that stuff. So if you guys watch both, that's awesome. Props to you. But here is the game once again. I'm not going to go too much into the deck because, as you guys can probably see, it's pretty familiar. At least it should be if you've been watching my videos for a while. The defense is kind of new though, so I'll talk about that. But it's also the deck slightly adjusted from Iowa State that I played. So if you guys were watching the live stream couple weeks ago now at Iowa State, then you will probably recognize most of this deck. Before I jump into the deck, though, I do want to give a special shout out today because currently, right now, today, as I'm recording, it is June 8th, the day before the video will release, provided everything goes well in the editing process and everything. And if I understand correctly, there is someone in the Redemption community with a birthday on this day, which some of you may know. It also happens to be my birthday, but I'm not gonna go out to that because a shout out to myself wouldn't be very exciting. But it is exciting because I share my birthday with this someone. So I'm gonna give a shout out to Keegan Hendricks, who I found out on the podcast at some point when John had Keegan on the podcast, being Threshing Floor. I feel like now with Thoughts from Portland, it hasn't come out as much, so now the podcast is just the Threshing Floor. Maybe if somebody else gonna start something up, then I'll have to start differentiating more. But you all know what I'm talking about, the John Hendricks one. We found out that Keegan's birthday was on June 8th, and I was like, well, that's really easy to remember for me. It also happens to be my birthday. And here I am recording for you guys. That's how much I care. I want to get my content out. I definitely could have just recorded this earlier and maybe edited it earlier, but it's just kind of my routine, doing it on a Wednesday. So here we are. Anyways, big shout out to Keegan. I know for sure, I mean, he's got to be a loyal viewer of my channel because I don't know how else he would have gotten as good as he is at the game now. I heard he got second place at Tennessee State, so that's awesome. And yes, that was a subtle jab in case you missed it. Love you, John. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the deck, guys. Big shout out to Keegan. Hopefully he checks out this video and at least watches this part if he's not interested in watching the whole game. But maybe he is now that he's winning, well, placing in tournaments and stuff. Yeah, that's awesome. I believe he is turning 9 if I remember correctly. So anyways, let's go ahead talk about the deck here. So this is Infinidab. This is what I originally was calling Isaiah Dab because it was, just using Faith of Samuel, Gathered Together, which didn't make this cut, and Marriage Covenant to abandon Isaiah and Aminadab, and that was just kind of the initial concept. It was kind of the replacement for Ahimelech, and so now the Infinidab comes from what was kind of discovered, I think, first by RDT, Red Dragon Thorn, during kind of the Laughs creation stuff, that you can use Noah to shuffle in your mass banders after you do a banding ability like Marriage Covenant, or like Creation of the World, for instance. Faith of Samuel, you can abandon Noah and use him to shuffle your banding enhancement back into your deck for later use. And it also stops it from being easily targeted or negated really by anything. I mean, because if you're banding in heroes, then Interrupt the Battle would not interrupt the band, because the wouldn't be the last card you played, because the heroes. Anyways, hopefully y'all understood where I was going with that. But yeah, so the now with Infinidab has a little bit of a better ring to it. You're basically just doing the same thing, except you're really just capitalizing on being able to shuffle Marriage Covenant back into your deck with Noah. And so, nice part about Marriage Covenant is that, for one, it's CBN if used on a Meek hero. And for two, it matches the brigades exactly of the Meek side of David, Heart After God, so David the Contrite. So if you convert David to Meek, you can search your deck for an OT good card, which Marriage Covenant happens to be a good OT card. Look at that. And then you have a Meek hero who's 1/8, so really great initiative character, and you can play Marriage Covenant, abandon your stuff. So it makes it a very difficult rescue to stop. So that's the idea with the offense here. Everything else is just kind of built around that, abusing that, I guess, or just kind of rinse and repeat, like Tyler always says. And the defense has kind of switched up a little bit. I think it was actually originally Philistines, and now we've kind of come full circle, mostly because the Herdsmen of Gerar has a special place in the meta right now, I think, where because everyone's playing Matthew, then the Herdsmen of Gerar just became all that much better. Like, I don't think I've actually used this in any of my Philistine decks prior to this, because I just think it's a little bit slow, or just not as reliable. But if there are a lot of decks out there that are just going for first turn Matthew to get a big draw, then I can build a defense that goes for first turn Herdsmen of Gerar and also get that big draw. So basically I just have maybe not every way, but most ways to get to Herdsmen of Gerar, even if I'm going second. So Deceiver, of course, exchanges for Herdsman or one of my other evil characters to get to him. So Abimelech, King of Gerar, lets you play a Genesis Philistine from deck, so you can just simply play Herdsman and then ban to a Philistine, ban to Herdsman. You also have Philistine Armor-Bearer, who exchanges for a unique Philistine, which the Herdsman of Gerar is unique because of it's referring to a specific group of herdsmen, or people. So it is a unique character. So Philistine Armor-Bearer can exchange, and even if not, Philistine Armor-Bearer could exchange for Abimelech, who could then do what we talked about before, and then Deceiver goes to all of them, of course. Then we also have Lawless, helps us fish for some evil cards, and Darkness, which lets us just get any evil character if we draw it in the opening 8. So, or if the opponent plays it from our deck or something. So we have plenty of ways to get to Herdsman early on, and from there I just kind of built around Philistine stuff, just kind of doing the best Philistine evil characters like Goliath, Philistine commanders, King Achish. I do have Outsiders splashed in here because it's just very good, but I do have it in reserve since it is also somewhat situational, especially against Disciples, where people are pretty much just in 2 good brigades, Purple and Clay, so Outsiders doesn't have quite as much of an impact there. And then the meta call, I guess, that I wanted to just try out and see if it was any good, really, was running Rapha of Gath, who I don't think he's actually made it into any of my final Philistine lists either. But he's territory class, says protect Philistines and territory from opponents. That's the part that I care the most about. That and the fact that he's a 12/12 giant, that has some relevance as well. But the rest of it, just if blocking, you can top deck a Black Philistine or weapon from reserve, or take it if opponent has used draw or search ability this turn. So basically just says if blocking, or you may take a Philistine or weapon from reserve, since a lot of people draw or search. So that was just kind of something I wanted to try with the territory protection, because a lot of people are doing choose the blocker with Simon and a little bit of Zacchaeus and Elijah. and also from cards like Authority of Christ, which is just mass evil character removal. Also protects from characters like Eliud and other just kind of like Jehu's sword, things that haven't seen quite as much play now that GOC is out and everybody's using that, but just kind of what was called like the Jehu deck, which is basically just post-exilics with Jehu and really just emphasizing the hand control aspects or just kind of like resource manipulation. Rafa, kind of helps with that. It doesn't help as much if you don't have hand protection as well. But that's maybe if the meta kind of shifts that way again, then I would find a slot for Storehouse in here. I do, let's see, the enhancements are just kind of like the best enhancements in black in my opinion. At least that like fit the Philistine theme well. Bringing Fear is very good. A couple of them I guess are more like skewed a little bit for offense. Like Betrayal I just really like, and I think that's a great card that I put in pretty much any deck that runs black or crimson. Stricken is maybe not necessarily the best. It probably could be something else like High Priest Plot, but since I decided to run Numerous as the stars in my offense, it was kind of two purpose where, I mean, for one, the star ability is really good, and negates are just generally good with Philistines because they have big bodies, and it is a star card, which means I can reveal it with Numerous. So it has numerous applications or purposes in the deck. Same kind of thing with Go Away. Since it's CBP by Philistine, it can help get around Cloud Moses. It can just kind of deal with the Jessies and Obeds and music leaders, Jonahs, whatever that my opponent has out, and bounce them for a turn and kind of open the opportunities for me to use my searching and drawing, get all that out of the way. Judas is another one, probably worth mentioning now. And so it's just kind of a clear the way for clear the counters out of the way, because a lot of counters are on territory class heroes these days. So there's that purpose. There's the battle winning purpose, which is also pretty good. There's the tossing purpose, which can be kind of useful. I've got 7 total Philistines in the deck. Likely won't have all of them in play, but could be decent if someone's doing like a Herod's Temple kind of thing, or Jeremiah. May not be that good against Jeremiah, but still. Anyways, it also serves the purpose of bouncing my own heroes, such as David or Noah or even Infinidab if I play him as Meek for some reason. Like maybe I want to get an early Obed and he's my only option. So it's a good way to reset some of these heroes that will often convert to Meek. That said, you don't always have to convert them to Meek, or you don't always have to bounce them in order to utilize them, such as with Noah. You don't always have to convert him to Meek to prevent cards, because if you're just banning him in for the purpose of shuffling back Marriage Covenant and then you're just using Infinidab to bounce the evil character, there's probably not really going to be any reason to prevent cards with Noah, and so you don't have to convert him there. Same sort of thing with David. If you convert him to Meek, I incorporated other ways to get to Marriage Covenant again. So like Offering Your Son was a card that I replaced in this version from Delivered in the Iowa State version, and because the artifacts I'm using aren't really ones that I want to activate in my discard phase anyways. I don't have like counter artifacts that I really need to get set up, and so Offering Your Son and just the reusability, if I keep on shuffling Marriage Covenant back, then Offering Your Son allows me to keep getting, keep searching for it again. That's something that I, like I said, changed for before this game that you're about to watch, and haven't. That's the only game that I've played with it recently, so that's the only like test game. I don't even remember if I drew Offering Your Son or if I ended up using it, but I think it's a better. I think it takes up that slot better. Anyways, So that's pretty much the deck. At Iowa State, I ran it at 57, and I decided that was just a little bit too slow. I didn't have quite enough Soul Gen. I had a Infinidab in reserve, which I think was a mistake. As you can see, he's now in the main deck. Jesse moved over to reserve, and I think just having I ended up cutting it down now to 52 and a hopper, and kind of just my analysis of it, or kind of like my feeling for why it didn't do as well. I didn't place or anything. Just felt like it was just a little bit clunky, or a little bit too slow. I timed out in 3 of my games that I think I was close to winning, but couldn't quite finish it off. My watch is blown up here a little bit. Blame John and my brother. So yeah, I think that the having the smaller deck, which it would be nice to get it down 250, but I didn't quite have the time to figure out what to cut. Fifth bowl was a consideration, maybe moving shield to reserve for something out of here, like one of the weapons, or I don't know. Those were some ideas that were kind of tossed around, but ultimately just decided to try it with 52 and a hopper and see where that got me. And well, if you watched the game already, you know where it got me. But if you're about to watch it for the first time, then here we go. That's gonna be it. I do want to try to get back on track, so to speak. The next Lackey Grand Prix, so number 4, which I think there were some names thrown out for it. I can't remember what was the one I liked the best. And now I gotta go ahead and find that quick. Let's see. There's too much. And people are hiding it too much. I suggested a bunch of names for it because it's kind of like everyone was just talking about Matthew. Like he's kind of gonna be the big I don't know, the big thing, I guess, in this Lackey Grand Prix, and probably up until Nationals and everything. But let's see. Yes, it was Micah LOJ Games who said Lackey Grand Prix 4 night before Natsmas. I like that. It's because it's the last Lackey Grand Prix before the national tournament. Thanks, guys, for sticking with me while I found that. I'm probably not going to edit that out, so sorry. But it's the last Lackey Grand Prix before Nationals, and I think that these have been very helpful in kind of knowing what to expect at Nationals. There was definitely some stuff at Iowa State that we didn't really see in the Lackey Grand Prix, so it's not like it's completely closed. Like the decks that are in the Lackey Grand Prix are the only decks we're going to see at Nationals. I think we're going to see a pretty good variety. I think there are some decks that have been put out there that are in the works that have really that probably have like the best shot at doing well, but I think there are a lot of different decks that could do well. I think this is a deck that could do well. I think Posties are a deck that could do well. The Once Upon a Time in Zion deck, which Chad posted about in Line of Redemption. He won National Northwest Regionals with, I don't know, maybe he would win Nationals with it if he was able to go this year. Maybe someone else will win Nationals with it. It does seem like a very strong deck. I used it in the first round of the current Lackey Grand Prix that's going on, which was against JD. I played that game earlier this week, and of course I recorded it so that you guys will be able to see it. I think I kind of started off this whole thing saying I wanted to get caught up, and so I want to try to have that game before next week, so that I can show the games the week of, so that I don't have to post the scores and everything before the game actually comes out, because I think that makes it more exciting. But that game wasn't going to be probably isn't going to be coming out before round 2 of this Lackey Grand Prix, so the scores needed to be posted and everything. So anyways, That's hopefully I get to that this weekend or something. I don't know. Like I said, my schedule is kind of set of just editing on Wednesdays before I release the videos on Thursdays. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully it'll work out. Maybe I've got some birthday shenanigans this weekend. Not for myself actually. Like my birthday kind of got overtaken or overshadowed, I guess, by my niece. You can thank RDT for that. Who her or his daughter, their birthday is on the 7th, so the day before mine, which is also Prince's birthday. So like, man, she really lucked out on that one. I got stuck with Ye, or the artist formerly known as Kanye West. Yep. If only I could have been born a day earlier. Anyways. All right, let's go ahead and get into the game. Once again, happy sort of belated birthday to Keegan. And let's take a quick second to thank our sponsors, and then we'll get into the game. This video is sponsored by Your Turn Games, a retailer of Redemption CCG with various products, such as singles, sealed product, and great deals on bundles like battle boxes and grab bags. They also have pre-built decks, such as Challenger decks in the $55 range, Contender decks in the $80 to $95 range, and Champion decks in the this deck just placed at Nationals last year range. They also have card supplies to keep you caught up on all of your gaming needs, and at no cost to you, they have Redemption resources such as the latest Redemption news, rules, tournaments that are coming up, and Redemption content such as this. So head on over to yourturngames.biz today, and a big thank you to them for supporting this content. Okay, we are good to go.
All right.
Let's do it.
Sounds good to me.
Need to scale it down a little bit. There we go. Interesting. Meek souls, you say?
Meek souls, I say.
All right, I rolled a 2.
Oh, you did.
Ooh.
I'll give you another shot, Jade. I'm feeling.
Hey, I got it. I won a die roll for the first time in what feels like a while.
Right.
Question is, do I want to go first? Probably. I feel like that makes the most sense. All right. Yeah, I'll go first. No star abilities.
Let me check mine. Fortunately, none that I can use, so I'm good on that.
Alright, I will use Lawless on myself. That's a decent evil card. We'll send those to the bottom. And let's put down. Let's do Elimelech. Play 5th Seal. Let's go grab. Just grab Love Righteousness.
Yep.
And I'll play that as well. And go get myself a. Let's go grab Infinidab.
Yep.
I will put him down. I will make a. Do I want to do that first? Yeah, just in case. Let's put down Philistine Commanders, and I'll play Wages.
Yeah, I gotta read what they do. Withdrawal, except 1. May band.
And we'll put Shield down.
Yep.
And I'll rescue with Elimelech. Draw
Yep.
2. So Hopper.
Mm-hmm.
That's for you.
Yep.
Banish him. Go for David. Add him to battle. Convert to Meek. And search for Noah.
Yep. And the hopper.
No bad.
You got the hopper.
Cool. Man. Never worked so hard for a soul in my life. Let's see.
This does not go well for me this game.
I'm going to pass the turn.
Alright, let's see what I can get here. Draw 3. Let's go ahead and there. Let's go ahead and put high places down.
Uh-huh.
We'll go ahead and put the calf in it.
Sure.
Jaden, you're not supposed to do this already, man.
What am I doing? Put the shield down? Is that?
Yeah, the shield. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put down Justice Seekers as a hero.
All right.
And then we're gonna play Life Through Christ.
Sure.
I will reveal Angel of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I revealed to you all my cards. No, I don't want to reveal to you none of my cards.
Quick, go look.
There you go. Yeah, hurry up and look at my deck real quick.
Life Through Christ. Look at that, getting Matthew. It's a good thing we played the game today instead of Sunday.
Oh, I know. I had another card in there, and I was like, after that rule today, I was like, that's an easy 1-for-1 swap right there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll go ahead and take my shield trigger.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll underdeck that Lawless.
Yep. And I don't see any reason why not to come in and convert.
Seems pretty good.
Oh, I went to look at Red's hand. Oh, you got the Faith.
And the Noah, which I guess you already knew about, so, you know.
Yeah. So
you can draw...
I got 11.
Yep, but I guess you only get to draw 9.
Oh, poo. Let me see. Alright, you've got a Deceiver, so you can go into something. Probably your other Philistine is going to let you draw.
Maybe.
Which was a nice tech over the weekend.
Thank you.
But when the first time you played, I was like, man. I was like, and nobody's ever nobody was really using that card. Like,
well, see, I was hoping that playing on Sunday it would be a surprise for you, since we weren't at the tournament yet. But
all right, so get me the hand cap. But I've also got.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
What?
So might just need to hide the chat, because when your hand is revealed to Jay, I'm guessing it's going to be the same for my hand being revealed as well. Whenever one of us draws, it says what it is in the chat.
Oh, that's not cool. I'll replace all of those. here's all your souls, buddy.
There they are. Great time to draw all your lost souls when you're at hand limit there.
I am going to. I can't draw anymore, but I can at least put the first back on top. And then that'll be it right there.
So I think that what we should do is just hide our hands whenever we're about to draw.
Yeah, probably.
And then Jay will just reveal them to himself when he, let's see. Yeah, okay, so he concealed them. Okay, he used a reveal ability, so I will use my doll to search for evil character, evil enhancement.
Yep.
Let's do... Yeah, okay. So I will search for... Where did it go? Oh, it's in my hand. Okay. I will search for Stricken.
Okay.
And I will block with the Deceiver.
Yep.
Let's go to Abimelech, King of Gerar. Play Genesis Philistine from deck, which will be the Herdsmen of Gerar.
Okay.
And let's see, he only bans to a Philistine warrior, so I will ban to just to Herdsmen. Or Philistine commanders only bans to a warrior, so I can't put him in the middle. So I'll ban to the Herdsmen, and I will draw 8, because that puts me at a hand limit.
Sure. In that, do I want to do that? You can draw your 8. I'm just thinking if I want to, like, I can't stop that draw, if it makes sense.
Yeah, that's it for me. So I drew.
Okay. So what's that? I'm actually going to, well, since we're still in the battle phase, I'm going to play Son of God on your doll.
All right. So you will get Son of God, or doll on, yeah.
No, but that would put Stricken back, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So Stricken, go back to deck, shuffle, and that would make it your initiative.
Okay. Go with the Lord's Prayer.
Mm-hmm.
I did it again.
Showed it to Jay.
People in this chat.
There it is. Alright, well, I will trigger my Sheol and underdeck this Prosperity.
Yep.
Guess that's 2 triggers on Sheol this turn.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's still your initial.
Okay. Let me look here. That's let's go with Blood of the Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to negate your Philistine commanders, the one that are on the territory.
Okay.
1, 2, Another soul. Draw. Icky, icky, icky. And it says I may play an enhancement, and so obviously I'm digging deep here.
Jay's wondering if he can look at your hand quick. I think since you're not drawing, that should be fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Hey, where'd my hand go? Okay.
Come on, Jay. He could just reveal it to himself. I was typing, so I wasn't looking at it, but...
Well, when he's done showing everybody, I'll make my move. We probably should, there we go. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna play Spirit as a dove.
Okay.
Good NT card. It's gonna be crowd's choice.
Seems good.
I want to play that as evil. We grab my Shipwreck and Shipwreck Shield.
Nice. Okay, so that would just bring back prosperity. And
what about this? Now 6, 8. I'm 10, 11.
Yep, so I'm 7, 8.
Looks like it'd be your initiative.
Okay. I will ask for dominant initiative.
Sure.
I'm gonna play Son of God and rescue Lossel.
Yep.
You did it. You did it, so I thought it looked like fun. I'm gonna try it out. Then I will play... let's see. What did we say I was? 7, 8, and you've got 11 toughness?
8, yeah.
Okay. So I will play Betrayal, and I will underdeck a good card from your hand.
Okay.
Now Jay can look at your hand, because he's already seen it. Okay, so love one another only hits one evil character. That's nice. And you don't have any other negates, so I guess, yeah, Woes is probably the best choice here.
Okay, you can underdeck that.
And I will draw 3. A darkness. Alright. Then I will... that puts me at 10. So I believe it's still my initiative. So you're 10, 11. So I will play Wages.
Yep.
Go searching for a card with a discard ability. I will grab... Yeah, you know what? Let's just grab Philistine Outpost, and I will discard Matthew.
So he is protected from evil cards with life through Christ.
Oh, that's right. Oh, that... Okay. Sure. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I
Alright.
think that's my initiative.
Let's see. So I believe that means that since I can't target Matthew with wages, then
I think you still can underdeck it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I want to? I think so. And it's a good thing I didn't take Christian Martyr. I thought about doing that. Yeah, okay. I will underdeck it. And so yeah, that's still my initiative. I'll play Fifth Bowl to negate your Blood of the Lamb.
Ready. Negate and discard.
Just negate.
Negate and discard a good enhancement.
Oh, it does discard. Yes. Negate and discard.
Yeah. Well, so all right. Well, the 3 I drew will go back.
Yep.
And then will be discarded. And now I know that puts it in my initiative.
Yes.
Authority is priced.
Yep. So they are all discarded. And yeah, I can't do anything about Matthew because he's protected. So we're going to give it to you.
All right. We'll go ahead and do.
Yeah, you actually worked hard for the Lost Soul.
Yeah. Felt like I kind of did.
This 6 cards in your discard pile, 3 dominance and 3 good enhancements.
Right.
And 3 evil characters and 2 evil enhancements in mine.
Go with Outsiders. Surreptitious Scheme.
Mm-hmm.
You got 15 in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and hit the plot too.
Sure.
Let's see what you got. And I can reserve a good card. Alright, here you go.
Got some good options for you.
Hero doesn't matter because Virgin Burst is going to get it for you. I think the best bet for me to do is Marriage Covenant.
Sure.
If you're going to get it, I'll at least make you work for it. I'll go ahead and put down Sheol. And I think I'll pass there.
Alright. The end of your turn, I will go ahead and shipwreck the Sheol.
Yep.
Just so I can draw all 3.
Seems fair.
I'm glad you had it, because I might have just played it on your high places. Okay, let's see. Oops, I guess I should have hid my hand. Oh, well. I'm going to show you one of the cards I drew. Moses.
Sure.
Question is, how many of these do I really want to shuffle?
I don't know, you were pretty loaded there.
Yeah, I've got some good stuff. Probably only actually want to draw 1 card in case you've got wives too, so I'm just going to shuffle Moses. And draw 1.
Makes sense.
Let's no upkeep triggers, so let's put down Outpost. You've got a golden calf. So I suppose probably gonna have to deal with that. Yeah, let's play Woes as good, and we'll negate the calf.
Yep.
And let's put down Rafa a little bit late. Let's play or activate David's Harp.
Mm-hmm.
Go grab Royal Parade. Let's play Faith. Go to Reserve for Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we'll play Covenant with David. Go to my deck for Land of Moab.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll go to my reserve for Jesse. Let's see, it doesn't play. Yeah, let's just take. Okay. I've got 13 cards in hand now.
Mm-hmm.
So let's. I guess I could have just played Virgin Birth to go get Jesse. Well. Let's put down Noah. And I will play yeah, we'll play Numerous as the Stars. I will reveal 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll go to my discard pile for Justice Seekers. Go to my deck for Isaiah, Hannah, and Amos.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all in hand. And let's put down Jesse. Let's put down Obed. Really don't have that many ways to get Marriage Covenant from reserve, so that's a little bit tricky.
That's Jesse and Obed over there.
Yep. So I will I think we'll just play yeah, we'll play Fifth Seal.
Mm-hmm.
Go to my reserve for Faith of Samuel.
Nice.
Oh, put the Lost Soul in Land of Moab just because, why not? And let's see. I haven't activated my regular artifact for turn, so I guess we could just do it that way. Let's play Offering Your Son. Go get Book of the Law. And I'll activate that.
Yep.
And bounce Outsiders. Yeah, then I will attack with David.
Mm-hmm.
And top deck Marriage Covenant for my reserve.
Mm-hmm. Let me read. So David's at Meek, and then David's Heart. You may shuffle a demon into eternity. Low musicians block. You can draw one. Nice. Draw one or negate an evil card this turn.
Yeah.
What is Noah?
He is not meek. Sorry, no draw 9 for you.
Yeah.
4 is still pretty decent, but you know.
Yeah. It can be. I actually think what I'm going to do here.
Just gonna give it to me.
Oh no, that's. I see you at least keep trying, but
I would understand if you needed to.
All right. We're going to go outsiders. You have 4 brigades according to my count.
Yep.
So I'm actually going to underdeck David's Heart, Book of the Law, Land of Moab. We'll go with Philistine Outpost.
Okay.
That order's fine.
Okay. Send to bottom of deck. Don't like to do them together now because sometimes they get lost in Lackey limbo. My initiative?
Yeah, I'm a 2-2, I believe. Or no, 4-4, so it's your initiative.
Alright. I will... And I put in a lot of hard work to get all those cards.
I know. I just... I couldn't hit David because then it puts you in SI, I have to...
Right.
I had to get... At first, I wasn't even going to do Book of the Law. I was like, no, if I just top deck the Heart so he can't get Marriage Covenant, he's just going to search for it. So...
Well, I don't know that it makes sense to put you in special initiative either. That's the thing. I mean, I guess... What's the worst you could have? Tenants Kill the Sun, I suppose. Yeah, we'll just play Angel.
Yep.
Cool. Let's put down Isaiah and Hannah and Amos, and I'll pass.
I should have been playing Wrath of Satan.
You got the Vine Growers Rebellion. You can do that one.
Let's see. So you're negating
your neutral cards and your characters in territory.
Sorry, gotcha. Well, it's a good thing I don't need
and your golden calf.
And the golden calf, yeah.
Oh yeah, that good thing Justice Seekers is negated.
Yeah. You've got Rafa showing.
Wrath of Gath. It's my AOC and Simon tech.
Yeah.
But he was not out in time for the AOC, unfortunately. Because you main deck the AOC, and a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people have it in reserve.
I main deck it just because I feel pulling from reserve. You just kind of tip your hand a little bit.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Alright, so...
Gotta run, like, Covenant of Prayer.
Yeah.
Or I like doing... Oh, I guess you have to show it with Covenant of Prayer now. That's right. And never mind, that doesn't work either. You gotta run Fountain of Living Water. That way you can just play it during the battle and pull it out.
Right. Think the play. Although I don't like that person, is to go Matthias.
Mm-hmm.
Convert him to Meek. Let's see. Neutrals. We'll bounce Obed. That's the one I want to bounce.
Obed. Okay.
I will reveal Angel of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the top 2 of my deck. Pick 1. Since I have to show you.
There it is again.
And that would be my rescue.
He's a 7/7.
Yep.
And you've got Angel of the Lord. I will block with Goliath.
Nice.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. I can present from hand or territory.
Mm-hmm. You got a Thaddeus. Does he let you just shuffle an evil card, or does it have to be in territory? Oh yeah, evil or neutral card in opponent's territory, so doesn't quite work.
We're gonna go. I can do hand or territory, so I think. Man, Jaden.
Making you think.
Just a little bit.
More than last time, at least.
Yeah. Well, I think what we'll do is we'll just bring in Matthew and I'll burn Angel.
Yep. Sort of figured that would be the case, and you got rid of my shield, so that's going to be enough.
Oh, I thought you had Martyr in your hand.
Nope.
Alright, well, now that I'll play Golgotha.
Okay. Go find yourself an evil character.
I am.
High Priest Ananias. He seems pretty good. Ah, that's a good point that Jay just brought up. Golgotha cannot search for High Priest Ananias.
Why not?
Because he's Acts, not Gospel.
Well, I honestly don't think I have anybody else then, since the Judas rule. So yeah. Still your turn.
Alright.
Yeah.
A humble and a distressed. That was a reasonable draw. Let's see here. Upkeep, I will. I guess with woes being good, we'll just keep it on calf. It seems can't really do anything to negate your Golgotha. And let's thin the deck a little bit here. I'll play Virgin Birth on Hannah. Go to my deck for Moses. And let's put Obed back down.
Yep.
Then, yeah, we'll just try with David, I suppose.
David, huh?
Davey. Yeah, if I know you don't have High Priest Ananias, that he feels a little bit safer.
It's true.
Maybe I splashed a shared meal in here. Or I guess, redrew marriage covenant, that would work too.
Alright. We'll block with Annis the Elder, and I'll go ahead and shuffle 2 Meek Lost Souls.
They're under deck, right?
Not
Shuffle.
Yep, under deck, you're right.
Yep. And let's see. Of course, I played Virgin Birth, so I just had to use a search ability this turn.
I appreciate that.
Banding.
No.
All right. Well, I guess I did in fact draw the marriage covenant, so
Yep.
I'll play that. I will band to Isaiah, Obed, Hannah. Don't have board advantage, so it doesn't really matter. Infinidab, Isaiah, or Noah, and I guess I'm sure why not? We'll throw Jeremiah in there as well.
Yep.
So Isaiah makes stuff CBN. Obed will draw me 1. So I have 1 Meek Ruth hero. Hannah will reveal your hand. That's a solid number of evil brigades. Okay. And I will draw 7. I guess that puts me at hand limit. And Noah or Minadab will bounce Annis. Noah will not convert him to Meek, but I will shuffle Marriage Covenant. And yeah, Jeremiah's good.
Yep.
Cool. Let's artifact, Land of Moab, no search. Let's play Emmaus Road.
Yep.
Go to Arc. We'll put Arc down. Just play Offering Your Son. Grab Marriage Covenant.
Yep.
Put down Moses. Let's just go ahead and yeah, let's play that. Grab the Son of God. Just so we're ready.
I'm pretty sure I'll know my luck. I'll draw 1. There's two that I can draw. So the other 2.
Oh yeah, because I've got 3 in a hopper, and then the other 2 are in bottom. Yep. Let's see. You've got how many cards in deck? You've got 21. Oof.
23. It's possible.
You got 23?
Yeah.
Oh, I think they disappeared, or the Lost Souls disappeared. 'Cause my thing only shows 21.
That's weird. Mine says 23.
That should show it. Or that works too. Huh.
That
Okay. So now your deck says 21. I wonder if they're still there. So if you do, then send to bottom.
Yeah, to bottom of the deck. Now mine says 23. Does yours say 23?
Yep. Okay.
All right.
All right. So we got that squared away.
So you got a chance for 2 souls to come up. Another Meeker the first.
Yep. Let's need to get 3 cards down. Let's play Faith. And fail the search. And I will play Wages.
Yep.
Go to Outpost.
Mm-hmm.
Send Wages to bottom. And one more card. Let's just discard Faith of Samuel.
Sure.
And I'll pass.
I did not draw a soul, Jaden.
No. You better not have your second coming.
I don't.
I don't think you did when I looked at your hand, but.
So let's see. You've got. Let me go over what you've got going on over here. You've got negating.
Wait a second. I had land a Moab, didn't have to discard. Oh well.
That's okay. I'll let you do it.
Let me discard. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So you're negating neutrals and characters and territory.
Yep.
Alrighty. So, and there's nothing, and that's the only negating you got going on other than woes on my calf.
Yep.
Alright. So, let me see what I can do here.
You want to bounce your Matthew and attack with him.
Yeah. That's exactly it. So I can draw all of those souls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. How many cards I got in my deck? 20?
Not enough. Wait, no, too many. Other way.
Yeah. Okay. Let's gonna play 3 woes. I'm gonna make that evil, and I'm going to negate. Is it Obed the neutral card? Yeah, Obed.
Okay.
Alrighty. And then turn over Book of the Covenant.
Okay.
And I'm going to search my reserve. Covenant of Prayer.
I would like to play a dominant.
Sure.
I will play an Evil Chronicles.
There we go. Pair it back. Alrighty.
I don't know what you're trying to pull, but I don't trust it.
Oh, you don't like it?
I mean, I figured, it only had one thing, but it also prevents your territory class enhancements for the rest of the prep phase, so it's reasonable.
So we're going to put down Ask the Elder.
Man, if I just didn't use Virgin Birth last turn. I was like, oh, what could go wrong with using Virgin Birth? So I already had Second Coming, so I didn't really need to thin my deck.
It happens. I mean, just the question here is, how do I want to go about this?
Gives you the chance to come from behind and seal the win. More exciting for the crowd.
We'll see. I don't know. I think.
I mean, I guess on the one hand, actually, like drawing with Matthew might be your best bet, since I've got.
I played my son.
What's that?
I played my Son of God.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you can still get your Second Coming.
Right, but if I draw into a soul, then.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, in order for you to win, regardless, like, so if you draw into a soul, then you lose 5-3. If you don't draw into a soul, but you draw into Son of God, then you potentially win.
Right.
But since I've got Infinidab over here that can play a Lost Soul, then
we're winning next turn anyway.
Kind of your last shot.
So I'm going to go with Judas, and I'm not going to draw. Yeah, you've got me next turn regardless. It's just whether I can pull one more off here.
I think I just ask for Dominish.
Sure.
Now I've got the murder.
Yep. I'll pass.
Okay. Draw 3. Lawless. Yeah, no stars. I guess we'll go ahead and Lawless your deck.
I'm curious what the top two were.
Yeah, everybody will get to know.
Good to see.
You want me to reveal, or are you gonna do it?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay.
Top 6.
Yep. No. Well,
wow.
Second Coming was close, but not quite.
And then Lawless lets me get what? An evil card.
Evil card, yep. There's your High Priest Ananias.
Tell Jay that I can get it now. I don't think that matters. They go back on top, right?
They go on bottom, yeah.
Okay, and then I'll take my High Priest, which a little late in the game for that.
Yep. So yeah, we'll go ahead and woes the calf, I guess, and then we'll
just go out with Infinidab.
March Infinidab into battle. I do have control of Mikiro. Almost forgot for a second. I was like, wait, dude, is he Meek right now?
Yeah.
Two more cards. So.
Let's see, you played it. You can see the soul.
What's that?
Oh, there it is. I see it.
And then we'll play the Son of God.
So, I was going for the cross.
Were you? Nice.
Yeah, you go to the book, and then you get Covenant of Prayer, which grabs a cross out of reserve. Cross goes into Golgotha, and then I can search and grab Send the Helper for Eternal Inheritance.
Oh, sure. Nice.
Since somebody inspired me after last game.
But only 52 cards. That's not how you do it.
Well, no, I like probably an hour before this game trying to cut it down. I could not cut 2. Like, I just couldn't figure out what to cut. I did change up the Josh Portraz defense.
Mm-hmm.
Dropped Nero and Daenerys for Book of the Covenant and Annis the Elder, and then I also dropped Firefoxes because I can't tell you how many times I've opened with them, and then somebody goes with Noah. So I actually put in King of Tyrus.
Sure, yeah.
And then I have the Deceiver. They can go grab the Judean mediums out of my reserve and then play Doomed Canaanites as well.
Right.
So,
And do you want to hop into the tournament hall chat for a bit, and we can
yep,
talk to the people?
yeah.
All right.
If I can figure out how to do it. Oh, we got to end it.
All right. So, post-game interview. Rob, Jaden, what are your thoughts after the game? Congratulations, Rob, on making it to the finals. My apologies. Jaden, congratulations on winning Lackey Grand Prix 3, the Electric Bumblebee.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys played a good game of redemption. I think if I had to hold a game up as the typical game of redemption in the GOC rotation format, I think this is kind of what they look like. It's defined by Matthew and Herdsmen of Gerrara, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very we had a couple blocks, but the offense was really dictating the game, and ultimately I think we both rescued on each of the opportunities we had to do so. So
yeah, there were no successful blocks outside of the Christian Martyr on Judas.
right.
Yeah, no.
So what did you have for Judas, by the way?
Do what?
What did you have for Judas, by the way?
I had a New Covenant.
Oh, okay. So do the banning.
So I was going to ban in some people, and then I had Angel of Winds where I could have exchanged to 24 Elders from deck. And
sure.
Just go for something.
Yeah, it was last ditch. I knew he had the game because he had the Infinidab to play a soul, so it was just last ditch effort to try and do something.
Right. So my Goliath block would have been good. So I was thinking I was probably just going to block with him again.
I thought it was a good game. I knew he probably had that Philistine in the beginning, but I was like, I probably should just go for it anyway.
It was a really well played game, and honestly, I mean, if he didn't just go, if Jaden didn't have Herdsmen, I mean, I think the game would have looked entirely different. I think Herdsmen is going to be the tech of Nationals this year. I mean, I think it's a little early to call it, but I don't see any kind of metagame trends fundamentally shifting us away from this Matthew meta we're in.
Oh yeah, drawings everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they go away from Matthew, drawing is so important that Herdsman's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I'm wondering is, does Herdsman just get splashed into black defenses, or did you actually play Philistines so that you have Armor Bearer and Abimelech, all the ways to actually get to it?
Well, I think you fundamentally don't not play Herdsman in black. But I know that we haven't really seen sort of the meta defense adapted to the Iowa State results. So I do think that we should have been playing Herdsman in that defense all along.
Yeah, I think that.
As soon as I went for Covenant Prayer, Jaden's like, "Oh, I don't like that. I don't know what you're going for, but."
It was like
I'll also put a foot out there and say that once we get phase 2, everything's going to flip on its head anyway.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, after we get phase 2, everybody's going to be attacking with Jeremiah plus draw 2.
Oh yeah.
and then stealing all of your evil enhancements.
Yeah.
The Tyler Stevens philosophy of card design, put draw 2 on everything.
See, it was actually.
I don't know. Nativity might have something to say about some of that, at least.
Well,
Yeah.
put draw 2 on everything, and I'll just sit there with what's his name, Judas, and laugh.
Take all of their enhancements. Yeah, I
No,
think
that was a.
Yeah.
What's up?
Which
That was a
actually,
really
that's
great game.
I think that's a point to be made too. Is if Judas can get out there early and steal Marriage Covenant, yeah.
So, real quick, I got a question for you, E-Man. How many people are you guys expecting at Northeast Regionals tomorrow?
I think we're expecting I'd say 15 to 20. I think.
15 to 20?
Yeah, I think so. Right now.
I mean, is that's a good redemption tournament size these days, isn't it, guys? Because we've got
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
we got several regions represented right now.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
a
'cause I mean,
little small for regionals, but I think it's pretty much what we should expect at this point in the game.
Yeah, after COVID, last year it was about 10. So it was small last year because of COVID and smaller the year before.
Yeah, well, I didn't come in 2020 because of COVID. I didn't do anything in 2020. I basically told Roy no. And then when he asked me last year, I'm like, well, I can't tell him no 2 years in a row.
Can't say no to Roy that many times.
No, he just used the force.
And we've all seen now kind of where I'm going, what I'm planning to do. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
How many do other regions have?
So, just a bit of history. So, East Central Regionals ran 20 plus for about 4 years running. And then it dropped off to about 15, 16 right before COVID. And so that's East Central, Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
And then Southeast Regionals in 2021 and 2020. In 2020, Southeast Regionals had 12, and in 2021 it had 8. I think it was slightly higher than 8 total attendance, but not everybody played both days. I know we had 8 for Type 1 that year.
Hey, I'm pretty sure next Lackey
South Central,
every champion starts with
around 20.
What'd you say, Rob?
I'm pretty sure you're going to win the next Grand Prix because every champion started with a J.
Yeah, we have Josh, JD, and Jaden.
Yeah, just wait. Just wait.
That's my problem. I was named Rob.
If Jaden wasn't playing 70-something freaking cards, it wouldn't have been that way.
Well, at least like in Lackey Grand Prix 2, it was John versus John David versus John Early.
I was liking all your attacks, but then your last attack was with Judas. And I was like, oh no, you were messing up there. You can't rescue a lost soul.
That's all I had.
Judas is supposed to stay in territory.
I mean, I'm gonna contest. Yes, I made mistakes, a lot of them. But if Jaden hadn't had 70 cards, I think I would have done a lot better.
Oh yeah, it's just a chess resource match with 70 card turtle versus a balanced deck. It's hard to win that game. Doesn't matter who you are.
I don't think Jaden expected me to get to that shield that turn either.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, Rob, I was expecting you to go Harvest Time off that Spirit as a Dove.
Well, yeah, I probably should have, but I was like, I looked through it, and the first thing I knew I had Crouch Choice in there. I was like, let me just grab it, and I slipped. I didn't even see the Harvest Time until after. I was like, I probably should have done that, but.
See, I was curious. Why didn't you blood Abimelech and Angel it? That's what I would have done.
Blood, yeah. I knew I was protected, and so I was like, let me just try and force some stuff out. Because in the end, Jaden actually was like, I think he tried to wage his math. I was like, well, he's protected because I was, I was kind of counting on the protection to keep burning some stuff.
Yeah, well, I had another question for you though, Rob. That turn where you went in, where you had to go into a Gospel Sadducee.
Yeah.
Why not go Chief Priest and then get your axe one with Chief Priest? Because Chief Priest can go pull the axe Sadducee and put it in.
So I told Jaden a little bit. This defense I don't run the Chief Priest. This is basically Josh Portraz's defense. But I swapped out Nero for Annis, and I swapped out Firefoxes for King of Tyrus so I could run Sheol, and then put Judean mediums and Doom Canaanites in reserve for the Deceiver to meet.
Yeah,
Firefoxes doesn't break Unity.
Do what?
I personally don't think Deceiver's needed in Black Sadducee because of Chief Priest, but that's my opinion.
Well, I was trying. I liked the defense, but I wanted the unity because I figured I would need Sheol and Sheol and Annis would work pretty well together and try something Jaden didn't see last time.
But Anyhow, if someone had activated Cove of Eden turn 1, how would that have changed the game?
Oh God, Cove of Eden. Ay, 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 ay.
You're welcome.
Honestly, does it? It really doesn't hurt in Infinidab that much.
Yeah,
Like,
Infinidab is the.
it negates Noah, which could be a problem.
But
David is CBP.
Obed and Jesse would be.
It's the consistency of getting to the pieces, I think.
well, I mean, I
I don't
think that
know.
I think it's a bit of a fool's errand to try to permanently protect the Cove of Eden.
I
I think that using it to blink a turn is better than using it to, like, in honest to goodness, I think the only deck that can really consistently use Cove of Eden as a turn 1 speed bump is Flood Survivors. I think other decks can use it effectively, but I think the deck that actually uses it, like, because I'm pretty sure that if you just attack with a dual icon card, you discard it.
Yep.
So,
I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah.
accurate. Jesse. Well, that's consistent playing it.
and I mean, in that world, really, the only decks that actively want to play Cove of Eden and not attack with dual icon cards are Flood Survivors and Tempo Moses.
Okay, well then, I want to ask an opinion while Jaden's in here, and I have a few other heads too. What does Jaden think as far as Mill being able to pick apart the pieces from a Infinidab and wreck it just because of what Mill does?
I think the problem with Mill has always been that just because it's so random that it's unreliable. Like, I mean, if you hit a few key cards, like if you hit Marriage Covenant, that would make it, a lot more difficult for me. But you're only going to hit that in maybe 1 out of 5 games, and so it's not
true, but
consistent
still, if
enough.
you had, say, a 50-card deck, and I hit, say, 1/5 of your deck, which can be easily done.
Yeah, I mean, it would definitely force me or whoever's playing to think a little more carefully before like going into an Egyptian defense or something, especially because Infinidab kind of struggles against banding defenses in general anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, looking
I
at
think until we see consistent results with it, it's hard to say that it's good enough against every meta deck.
Well,
Like,
no,
we
it's
might have
definitely
some
not.
good matchups, but
It's definitely not. Mill is definitely second behind Matthew. I will say that straight up. Mill is second behind Matthew, but I have 2 ideas of what I use Mill against.
yeah. Yeah, it will be interesting to see if like Mill combined with like Thieves or something will be
I want to see
viable.
I want to see Mill Herds. I want to see pure gold. That
Yeah.
might be fun.
Yeah, that'd be decent too. Yeah, especially with all the
I want to
protecting reserve.
I want to see Thieves New Testament gold. That's what I care for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Give
New
the
Testament gold is gonna be. But then you also are more focused again on that stuff. But yeah,
well,
I don't
Jaden can
run
attest
some
to
of those.
this, but Thieves mirror matches are a pain.
Yeah, it's actually very interesting. Like, because just right now and for the longest time, Redemption has been like going first. Is generally an advantage, but in the Thieves Mirror match, it seemed like going second was actually almost always better. So it was like having the first opportunity to
you can
block.
react.
But that was in GOC playtesting, so I mean, in refined decks, like meta decks, that might not be as much the case. But
I'm fundamentally more excited for the Phase 2 GOC, Israel's Deliverance metagame we'll be playing next year than I am for the one we have right now.
Yeah, I need to
Sure.
try out some disciples.
yeah,
Here you are, Rob. I missed that. I'm looking forward to Classic Disciples when we all play Classic next March.
Oh yeah.
that's a little spoiler for you guys. When Jeremy receives a certain hunk of things, then I will be going on threshing floor, hopefully, to hype up something that is coming and in the works. So
yeah,
everyone,
well, my worry with Classic Disciples is if you go back into Classic Disciples, then Thaddeus is broken again.
no, that's the whole point. Like that's why I want to play it.
Yeah,
Like the only reason you ever want to play Classic is because you want to do broken things, and I want to do fundamentally broken things.
Yeah, and Classic Thaddeus is completely ridiculous.
That's what Coliseum is for.
Yes.
Just one
I'll
wicked
give you that one.
So Jaden, is Justin back?
I mean, more or less, I guess. I mean, we're hosting Minnesota State. He's planning to go to nationals and presumably also regionals. So
So could
probably.
you get him to go to Tennessee in March next year?
Probably. I don't know. That's a
Wait,
long ways
what
away.
is in- Wait,
So-
what is Tennessee March next year?
See, that's the art, is I make you guys want to know what I'm talking about, and then I don't tell you until the big reveal.
It's Type 2 only.
It's not the Type 2 only. It's the Classic only. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, guys, I actually have to pop off here because I got work tomorrow. Jake, congratulations, man. Always
Thanks.
fun.
Good game,
All
Rob.
right, good showing, Rob. Thank you for
And gotta-
willing to
Yeah.
be streamed.
Great game.
All I'm
Great game,
going
bro.
to say as far as Classic only is, what if Babylonians all of a sudden became thieves? And I kept the same judges thieves. That might be interesting.
You better be playing 4 copies of Taking Egypt's Wealth because it's Classic.
Yeah,
Wait a second.
of course. Of course, but I'm just, in my head, I'm sitting here and I'm like, judges thieves instead of Babylonians?
Is it pure classic? So only pre I and
No.
J?
No, it's Classic. It's Classic. It's Classic, all things legal.
More than
So-
a PUBG
and-
doubler.
Playing
And
Flood
most
or
of the
Creation?
conversation already know what I mean when I say judges.
So-
Everybody knows what I was doing.
Have a
So-
great night, you guys. Thanks
See ya,
for the-
E-Man.
Yeah, man.
So
Good night.
I don't actually know what the Classic meta would look like. That's one thing, is that when I do get the approval to explain everything that's going to entail, it'll be interesting.
Alright, that's where we're gonna wrap up this video, guys. Sounds like we're kind of winding down there, and I gotta go play a game with Derek, so we'll catch you all later.